spoke to a former college insider who lost her job as she started raising questions about what was going on. Scott?
She did, and this is some sort of vindication for her as all these issues start coming out at Florida State College of Jacksonville. Even Tallahassee, the governor himself, taking a serious look at FSCJ and how it's being run. Ongoing issues at FSCJ that are now getting attention from state leaders in Tallahassee feel like vindication for Celine MacArthur. She was the former FSCJ employee and investigative reporter before that who blew the whistle and got the ball rolling in the investigation of everything from financial mismanagement to the possible end of Steve Wallace's tenure as FSCJ president.
The key points that I brought up, very simple. It was wasteful spending, it was lack of transparency, gross mismanagement, unethical and unlawful behavior. Haven't strayed from that. That's exactly what I presented before, and the case has even expanded since then.
New documents show utter frustration from members of the Board of Trustees over the fact that Governor Rick Scott is now asking for an investigation into the operation of the college. In fact, MacArthur says she regularly sends information to the governor's office, hoping he'll call for a grand jury investigation into how FSCJ has been run.
I hope so. You haven't returned my calls. I've sent him every piece of information. I really hope so. He has campaigned on, eliminating wasteful government, irresponsible government, and this is one case.
I contacted Gwen Yates, who's the chair for the Board of Trustees, about the need to move Friday's meeting to next week. She just said she's not going to discuss anything that's on the agenda. But not everyone is as worried about the quality of FSCJ. Gina Davis teaches classes at the college.
It's a good school overall. It is. I teach classes here, and I organize a conference here, and I'm very proud of the work that I do and the work that we do in the community.
You hope this doesn't give a black eye?
I think we'll overcome it.
So now the Board of Trustees will be meeting this coming Tuesday. They say the public, the media essentially is invited to attend and see what is discussed there in reference to the possible ousting of the president, either by his own accord or by termination. They still need to find that out and to delve into all these other issues. Some trustees saying they're very frustrated that the governor has come out and spoken to the media rather than to the school itself and work with them on fixing some of these issues. We're live tonight. Scott Johnson, Channel 4, the local station.
Scott, we heard $362,000 to more than $850,000 to buy out Wallace's contract. Why is there such a wide range here?
Well, they have a variety of options, Tom, on what they can do here. They can either fire him with cause, without cause. They can let him go of his own accord. And each one of those options costs a huge difference in dollar amount. One is $850,000 to the school. We'll have to pay him. Another, they have to pay him around $360,000. So the school will have to look at what their options are, but there have been some documents that show they are looking at finding a way to part ways with the current president of the school. Tom?
Scott Johnson reporting live. Thank you, Scott.
And now you're taking a live look at I-10 at Ramona Boulevard. You can see traffic is moving a little bit smoother after the highway is reopened. Right now we know the Florida Highway Patrol says several people were injured after a series of crashes closed the interstate for more than 3 hours this evening. This is new video just back into our newsroom now of those wrecks. FHP closed the eastbound lanes at Highway 301 at around 4 o'clock today. The heavily traveled roadway wasn't reopened until 7:45. Right now it's unclear how many cars were involved. You can see 3 there, and it looks like a motorcycle. How many people were hurt and what caused the crash? Look at this. All southbound lanes of I-75 remain closed in Sarasota right now. The Florida Highway Patrol says more than 50 people were injured, hurt in these wrecks. A series of 7 chain reaction wrecks caused hours of gridlock. So far, no deaths have been reported. State troopers have not released the cause of the initial crash. The highway could be closed, though, until at least midnight.